Hello and good day. My name is John T. Wright, and I am the Son of God. I am the Lord. The Holy Father has empowered me to do what I do. I do the Father's work for Him, and I've done the Father's work for Him for a very long time. Whether my family likes to understand it or not, that's none of their goddamn fucking business. And I'll tell you, each and every one of you, the Holy Father loves you less than I do, and I'm the friction between the earth and the Holy Father. And apparently, now I've told you guys in the past videos and stuff, right there's a picture of me right there when I realized what they had done, and this is dated from 1971 to 2023, and I found out what they had done, and I came forward and I notified the government about Hezbollah in Morton, Washington, Millhouse Smokehouse. My dad was D.B. Cooper. My dad was a Zodiac. This is linked back to the JFK assassination, and I'm not going to take no shit off my family members that really have been distorting everything and everything that I know, and they're involved in a coup in the United States of America, and they have been involved at the level they've been involved in. And you know what I tell these people today? You know what you do is you come forward and you tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and the Holy Father may forgive you, but I don't believe that I possibly can. And I don't care if you respond to me or if you don't respond to me, family, because it's not my life that's on the line, it's your life, and I just don't give a fuck no more. What you have done to me, well, I'm rubber and you're glue, and every time that you wish something bad on me, it's going to just come back like a boomerang on you. And that goes for anybody that hates the Holy Father or disagrees with him. And by the way, my sister's children are all atheists. They've all told me that they don't believe in God. And Richard Sheraton Baker was an atheist. He is my friend, though. He does have favor with me, and he did help me. Other than that, I spoke at his funeral. These children know it, and I've heard enough shit from them. And I've heard enough shit from my sister. And Ernie Tobeck, you're my brother-in-law, and I honor you as a person and an upstanding person that would talk to me. Now, my brother Jim, he's an upstanding person, and so is Kevin Baker, my nephew, and people that I acknowledge in a positive way will be treated in a positive way. So now, the Sharia woman that I talked about yesterday, you know, it's like a letter, like a horseshoe, it's like a horseshoe kind of square at the bottom, two towers connected together, me and her as one. And I'll tell you what happened down here with the witness and stuff, and her friend, I'm sure was the witnesses that I have met here for the last 2 or 3 days. I keep meeting somebody on the dock, and they have a biblical type name, to be honest with you. And she's been around and stuff, and I think what we witnessed here the other day, and I talked about it, you know, what had happened, and I went and I talked to her like this down there. You know what, I think I proposed marriage to her. I wanted her to think about it and stuff. Or in the eyes of the Holy Father, me and hers became one, and we came together right here as he planned. You know, I could just say that this woman has my honor. I honor this woman in my heart, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I just don't care anymore. But, you know, she's a very nice woman, and I'll tell you what, if she sees something wrong, this person's going to goddamn boil in fucking hell, especially if it's hate towards her or her race or anything like that. So you better beware. This woman right here, she has great power. She is chosen. We together is two nations. You know, I could talk about this two nations and stuff, and I will, and she knows about this two nations stuff that I'm talking about too, I believe. And I also believe that she's watching this very video at this very moment, and I think she knows what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Esau and Jacob and two nations. One's a heel grabber. The older will serve the younger. This has to do with Isaac and Rebecca, and they had children, and One was Esau and one was Jacob, and Esau was the older and Jacob was the younger, and the Holy Father's bloodline is supposed to come through Jacob, I believe. And anyway, this woman knows. This woman right here, the Sharia woman, knows that me and her together is two nations together, and we've been brought here together. And as of this here moment, my love and stuff is going to be for this woman, and I'm going to support her in any role that she plays. She is a inspiration to me. She is a motivation to me, and I know that I'm a motivation to her, and together we are very strong. And you know, I may have married this woman, together we may be like this, and this woman is a pure woman that is sinless. And I will tell you, I'm the sinner and she's the sinless, and I am the yin and the yang to this, and apparently she could possibly be my love. And I might do a lot of stupid things for love, but except the Holy Father guides my heart, and no woman does. So this woman knows that I'm going to put the Holy Father before her, and also she's going to put the Holy Father before me. And that's what makes us two pillars together that's so great. And that is what I'm reading in this whole name and everything. And you know, her name, together, pillars and stuff, and this is two rainbows, and we've been pulled together is what I'm seeing in this. And she has great power. She is chosen. We are together, is two nations together. We're going to draw this together, and me and her together, we're actually working together. Even though we're not together, we are working together. So if you see me here, she knows who I am. I know her, who she is. I honor her as somebody very special to me and very special to the Holy Father. And don't you ever forget it, anyone out there. These people that are from the Middle East, and this woman, me and this woman's connected, and we're connected to the Holy Father, and the Father is in me and I am in the Holy Father. And if this is a woman that, you know, is going to be my wife, or we are wife, or we are, you know, like this, and we are at one right now, don't fuck with either one of us, because me and this woman's wielding great power, and she's working for goodness and I am working for goodness too, as two nations that came together. And right here I write John with the heart that goes up where I'm at, and her name is us together, and us together is what I believe her name is. And I may be wrong, but I surely believe that I am right. And you know, marriage ceremony, I mean, I feel that this is a marriage ceremony, and it says marriage ceremony. She's right, I am. Is this not fun now? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, God plays with me, and he makes me seek out the stuff that I see and stuff. And I went down to the beach, and I seen where she wrote her name, and I see what the things is, and I see that something happened to the sides of the thing, and I put two rocks, because there's two rocks that's equally on the side of our names, you know, like this. And her name, my name is here, and her name is there. And there's two hearts between us that's brought us together. And the Holy Father has done this. The Holy Father has done this in an amazing way. I mean, it's my life, and I guess I'm chasing my dreams, my aspirations, and I'm following my heart, and I'm following the Holy Father and what I'm doing. You know, I rock 1 and rock 2 is here, and we are together, so we are together, so let's get together. God is so wise, she knows it too. Together we are unstoppable, happy now? I mean, this is what I'm getting out of this, and I'm just writing you the gosh darn truth. I mean, gee, I'm inspired to these here sayings, and I'll put them up here so you could see the top one, you could see the second one, and you could see the third one. I mean, this is nothing vicious. This is, here, I honor this woman. I felt her power on the dock. I said it yesterday. I mean, I prayed. I communicated with her in such a way that she understood what I had to say, and I gosh damn know it. And it's just like when you guys see me do this here too, and you see me maybe reading my lips also, or even saying it, because I looked back at this woman and I said, I don't even know you, and I love you. And I love this woman. I mean, I don't even know what she looks like. Sight unseen, I love this woman. I've talked to this woman on one occasion. She said she couldn't talk to me, and now she's came around, and it's because I've taken off the executioner clothes. You know, these women, they may wear black because they wear black because of their own personal damage or their feelings, emotions and stuff, and you just gosh darn can't put a name exactly on what it is, but I'll tell you, it's a deep scars that sits within women, and I know it. I just know it. Everything in my heart tells me so. And when they see a man with a black clothes and stuff on, they feel like he's an executioner. You know, like you're some tough dude that's just, you're faking it to me. I mean, now it's just faking it to me. Women wear black and women wear red panties. And when we see people with red panties and stuff, look at their wives and stuff, a lot of times they have butched hairs and stuff, and you just wonder what's really going on in the relationship, because the woman isn't free to let her hair grow. I mean, the woman's not free to dress pretty. You know, the woman has to wear, and what she is wearing, it's shouting out, help me, help me. I mean, to me, and I'm actually seeing things for what it's worth, you know. I mean, I love people, and I've been trying to figure out what's wrong with people for a long time. I never knew that my dad was this Zodiac killer. I didn't know my dad was D.B. Cooper, and I did know that the money from the bowling alley was stolen, since my dad told me just prior to his death, and told me next they'll be coming after you. I mean, my dad told me everything. I had Mitzi Fairhart call me up about, you know, her, and she was trying to draw attention to them, and to us, I should say, you know, and there's just too much evidence that's back there, and we're over that. You know, Donald Trump's the Antichrist, and his goddamn ass is over. Look at him falling in the newspaper and stuff all the time. But this woman right here, you know, you ever watch a John Wayne movie, you know, and a lot of people have watched John Wayne movies. There's a show where, you know, John Wayne's going after, looking for someone, and they're going out there, and they have a guide, and they've got this guy, and this that's with John Wayne. He ends up with doing a favor for an Indian woman, and all of a sudden John Wayne's saying, don't you know what you done? You're married now. And, you know, kind of like, you know, what happened was, she had 3 witnesses come, and, you know, we talked and we talked and we talked, and every one of them was joyful, joyful, joyful. And they were, I would say they were, you know, Middle East descent, or they could have possibly been her friends, you know, Arab friends even, you know. And they were very, very nice people, I would say, very nice people. And the last one, he witnessed, he came down the ramp and met me when I was down there. He just come down there like, he just came down there because it was her friend. And she came out there, and they wanted to make sure nothing was going to happen or nothing, and I honored this woman. And I think that the way that both of us represented our ways, you know, I'm a little rusty at this. This woman's elegant. This woman is a holy woman. This woman is absolutely from God. I goddamn know it. And Here, I'm the yin of the yang. I'm telling you, I can't walk on water, and if I have before, it's a frozen pond, baby, and I'm telling the truth. And everything I said in the past is the truth, and that's what's led me here. And people tell me they feel the power when I'm around them. And even the Jemiah that was down there yesterday, I come down here and I said, that woman, she's come back. And I said something to him, and I said, and he said something, he says, or when I even came back, he says, well, you're John T. Wright. He says, that's all that matters. You know, because I said, I will remember your name forever. I said, I will remember your face because you have witnessed what has happened here today. You know, geez, this is like I've gotten married to this woman. And I'm telling you, in my heart, I feel a lot closer to this woman than I do to anybody in this here town. Even, and I'll tell you what, I'll bet you me and her end up being friends. And I don't know what a person wants to say, but what God brings together, the two objects together, let no one tear them apart. I want to be friends with this woman for the rest of my life, just like I was friends with my wives, you know. And the only reason why Kathy doesn't have a relationship with me is probably it would make him insecure, even though he's a preacher. And I don't give a fuck. I really don't care if you're fucking my wife. You know what I mean? I had her first. And by the way, till death do you part. There is no divorce decree that will absolve a man from taking care of his wife till death do you part. And also I could say the same thing about that woman. If the man came in needs, she would probably come and pay his respects to him even at the funeral at least. You know? And you know, I was asked to come to my first wife's funeral, and you know, I told them no, I don't want to do that. And Rosie Cruzan told me, she goes, I want you to come here and be with the family, you know, because you're family, John, you know. And anyway, thank you, Rosie, for saying such sweet things to me, because those are the things that helped me get by in my darkest hours, is the love that others had for me, not the hate for everybody. Although my sister, when she says get her, I'll always get a strike. So when you pray against me, what's going to happen is I'm going to do the best I can to foil your plot, and that's the way it works. And me and this woman, we're a union whether we have sex or not. God has brought us together to be two great nations that's come together, and I don't know what's in store for me. But until next time, I'm not going to be blowing smoke up your ass. I am not. Although Johnny here smokes the best fucking pot that you could goddamn buy, and I guarantee you that. Main Street Marijuana up there, right there in East Vancouver. They know who D.B. Cooper's son is, and boy, I tell you what, I got a big fan base there. I got a big fan base at Big Five, and I think the girls at Twin Star Credit Union right there, oh, right up there by Big Five, you know. Hey, those girls, I love you. I love each and every one of you, no matter who you are. And I have no animosity for anybody that doubts me, but I will say you might want to get into the King James Version of the Bible today, because this is your introductory offer. Because if you please the Holy Father, you will definitely please me, and you will please my woman, the Sharia woman. She's my friend. I know she is. We have interacted together. And like I said to this here man right here, I said, I have to give this woman space. I said, I explained to him what it was. I said, you cannot put a circle in a square. And I said, well, I guess you can do that. Well, you cannot put a square in a circle. And he agreed, you know, and I'll bet you that was her friend that was sitting right there chaperoning the very event. And I know that she's had eyes on me, watching me, and I want to say hi to her right now, because I feel the love from her. where I don't feel it from others. Though I feel the love from others. Oh, I love these women that I know, that personally know me. And I admire each and every one of them for the strength that they all have. But they know that I'm up to something else. And I don't hit on these women. But I love these women as my friends. And if anything ever happened to any one of my friends that's women or even men, I'm not going to be fucking happy. So for anybody that thinks that I'm wrong and stuff like this, and you're going to be think with a big heart, whatever, I'm going to shove you right into the fucking ground, and so is my woman too. Because for the love of God that me and this woman has, she's going to stand up for me, knowing that I am the Son of God, and this woman has been chosen by the Holy Father to be my friend, and I'll be her loyal friend. And I will never lie to this woman, and I don't want to ever lie to you guys. And if I ever lie, I can't live with a lie. I'll come back and I'll straighten out what I said. And what I say was, maybe I overstep it or something, but I am very sincere in my heart when I say things, and I mean things. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. And this woman, I feel that she is a very strong and powerful woman. I mean, I have never seen a woman with such to offer for me. And I am very sincere, and if you knew me, you would know me. And I'm straightforward, and I tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. I was buffaloed once before to lie in court, put my hand on a Bible and lie. These people forced me to do it. You are responsible for that very act that you perpetrated on me. My friend Terry Lance Shortridge, and by the way, John F. Kennedy's code name to his name is Lancer. So we have the Lancer bombers that hit the Middle East, and I guarantee you what I said is right, and I applaud the Holy Father in heaven for bringing me and my new friend together again, and I'm looking for me and her next conversation, and that's for sure. And me and her will keep our distance. I will not be touching her. She is a pure woman, and if anybody ever lays a hand on this woman that is inappropriate, or you will burn in hell forever and ever and ever, and your life and everything will be slammed on you. I know that from the Holy Father in heaven. I warn you against evilness as of this moment. You know, this is an introductory offer into this. Me and her as two pillars standing together as one, and I know that I have the right and the authority to speak for both of us right now. For our love is stronger than you could ever imagine. I think this woman does love me. I really do. And I think that I really do love this woman. So nobody be deceived that my intentions are not honorable, and I think that she also feels the same way. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll eat a shit sandwich, you guys. I will eat a shit sandwich. I've told you everything that's true. If anybody doubts me, and everybody tells me they don't doubt me here and stuff, but if you do, you get a whole bunch of people, you come on down and you meet me, you want to take me out in a boat, cut me up and feed me the fish, you'll be murdering an innocent man that came forward. And if you ever harm this here woman or even an ill thought towards her, you're gonna burn in fucking hell forever and ever and ever, because the Lord's vengeance will be upon you, and I goddamn it guarantee you that I am the Lord. And these here people are fucking imposters, and all the people that claim that they were D.B. Cooper's son, they're full of fucking shit. I've got the evidence, and my family can just back down, jack off, go away. But I'll tell you what, you get in the Bible, and you get in the Bible today, because if you please the Holy Father, the Holy Father's going to bring it to my goddamn attention. But I'll tell you what, I'm never going to have a good thing to say about these people, and I don't care if they ever give back any of our property, but I've been instructed to tell them to do so. Why? Nineveh. I have fucking fulfilled my promises. I will fulfill my promises to God Almighty. I will fulfill my promises that I have made to God Almighty with this woman. I will never have any animosity towards this woman, and I don't like animosity towards between people. And the only reason there's animosity is because people can't live up to what they've done, and they want to abuse others with their conduct, is what I feel. And thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. God, I want you to have the best day of your life today. And you got a chance in a new beginning. And it don't matter what you say. You can call me any goddamn thing you want. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I really don't give a fuck. If you ever say something about this woman, may the doors collapse upon you. This was a holy woman right here. This woman that I met down here on the thing that I talked to, this woman is a holy woman. I bow down to her. Sincerely, I bow down to this woman. And may God have mercy on your soul if you ever wish this woman any harm or anything. You just don't know who you're dealing with. Anybody that believes in the Holy Father, they look upon you and they look bad. Fuck, they just send an instant message to the Holy Father, because the Holy Father sees through their eyes. They don't see through your eyes that's cheated to the Holy Father. They see through the eyes that haven't cheated the Holy Father. And like I said, to all the women out there, and especially this woman, the Sharia woman, the Sharia girl. Oh, I have the karate girl. I have the Sharia woman. Oh. All I could say is what God has put together. What God has put together may no man tear apart, nor a woman. And I've seen scorned women before, so I don't want to see it, and I don't want to see no goddamn jealousy. You know, and I wish you the best. If you ever need to talk to somebody, you can always talk to me. At least I'll try to give you the time of day and maybe give you some sound advice. And if nothing else, I'll try to make you smile instead of walking away crying at the end of the day. But, you know, you get what you deserve. And if Tracy, if you feel that way, you know, whatever. And by the way, I'm going to block you off my website because, Tracy, I just don't like you. Okay? I don't like you, Tracy. And by the way, I don't like Michael Baker either. I don't like Michael Baker. And Michael Baker knows why. And you know why, Tracy. And both of you two can go fucking rot in hell. Along with Patricia, my sister, Patricia, she's like rotten milk. She's been rotten her all over her goddamn life. And by the way, none of these family members will ever meet this woman. If she becomes my wife and really becomes my legal wife here in America, you know, on paper, I know what I feel in my heart with God Almighty, and what God puts together, let no man pull apart. And I'll tell you that right now. So you know how I feel about this. And by the way, I'll probably never be married again unless I absolutely marry this woman. So there you go. I don't want to be married unless I'm married to this woman right here. That's how I feel. And you have a great and wonderful day. And if anybody out there supports what I'm saying and knows that I'm talking from the love of my heart that comes from the God in heaven, the Holy Father has used me, and I'll tell you the truth. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And I tell you, Donald J. Trump's the Antichrist, and I am the opposite of that. And you could take the alphabet and go from 1 to 26, and you could go from A to Z, and you could do the opposite, go from 1 from 26 the opposite way, and go from A to Z the opposite way, and you'll find out that me and Donald Trump's living in a parallel. I have absolutely like this with Donald Trump. We're like this, and I was at Armageddon, and I tell you the truth, it happened in 2014, January, February, March 7th. You know, I would say it's March 7th, maybe between 7th and the 14th, but I'll tell you what, I think it was when the Malaysian airline disappeared, and Susan J. Donahoe, the night that Susan Jane Donahoe went to jail down here is the night that I seen the Lord come in the sky, and that's when revelations and stuff all wham happened and stuff, and I seen this happen, and I'm telling you the truth. As this woman was sitting on the dock, and I have witnesses here to prove it, I am telling you the truth. There's a saw in a bowling alley in Morton, Washington called Millhouse Smokehouse after the Republican Party, Richard Milhouse Nixon. And I put everything together here the best case I could, and I tried to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And my family can't just distort it by saying no facts at all. So I've been happy the way that I set it up, because they're going to eat a shit sandwich, and you guys are going to know I told the truth because I've laid out this whole thing. Tube sock killers, Morton, Washington. Tube sock killers, Mineral, Washington is what it is. The girl that had her hands and feet cut off, Morton Jane Doe, her name's Lisa. She lived upstairs from the Napa Auto Parts, and Jim Kaiser lives at the same resident location that Terry Lance Shortridge was murdered, and he worked right underneath Lisa's apartment. Nobody can tell me that Jim didn't have something to do with that woman's death. And also, that woman went to dinner at my dad's house with my sister Patty, and my dad and myself. After I got home from work, when I paid my dad for rent, he had me bring this woman over, and they got to meet her, and guess what? She ended up dead. Nobody could tell me that the possibility that this woman isn't connected to my family and everything. Morton Jane Doe, her name's Lisa. And when I called the called the Morton Hospital, asked questions about it, and Dana Bridges, she got murdered out of the Morton Hospital too. DB, Dana Bridges, right there, alphabet murder. Anyway, hey, I'm telling the truth. I got the evidence, and I'm telling the truth about the Sharia woman in my relationship, and it is what it is, and I won't blow smoke up your ass, and I won't waste your goddamn time. And it looks like that these nations that's come against the United States and stuff are getting beat up on, and God's working in a mysterious way using people. I wouldn't be surprised if God Almighty doesn't use natural disasters to blow out the candles and the lights on these here houses and stuff. And look at the Walmart incident that happened up there in Lewis County, and look at the incidents in Lewis County where there's snow in Morton, Washington till the roofs came tumbling in. And they were screaming and praying for God to stop it. And again, when I seen that, I tried to pull it back. Like this one, I'm trying to pull it back. I don't want God Almighty to annihilate the earth, and me and this woman don't want it. I know this woman thinks exactly like I do. Me and this woman has more in common than me and you have. You know, I'll tell you what, this woman is a very powerful and spiritual person, and I would like to be her friend, or a little bit more. I imagine that God had a plan for me and her to meet, and maybe we'll even have children together. Maybe. I don't know what God has in store, but God will take you to places where you never thought was possible. And I am telling you the truth. If God could use a person like me, God could use a person like you. And I'm telling you today, pick up the King James Version, get straight with God, because you never know what's possible. You may be the next hero, and God could be using you in His plan. And I am telling you that because I am the Lord, and God always wants people in His service. And you have a great and wonderful day, and have a beautiful life. Treat people good today, because your next move could be your last move. And I'm telling you that because the Holy Father tells me to tell you that. Have a great day. My name's John T. Wright, and I wish the Sharia woman the best life in the whole world. She is a pure woman. I know it. She told me. We had a conversation. She knows it, and I know it. Bye, you guys, and I wish you the best. And do what you can for who you can, and clean up America where you can. Bye-bye. I love you guys, and I love you all. The Holy Father loves you, but He loves you less than I do. And I tell you, I am the buffer, and please treat each other good, because your next move truly can be your last move. Like Tracy up there in Thurston County, I don't care who the fuck you are. When you talk like that to somebody, you're canned. Bye.